Good morning, my lovelies, and welcome to a bright and sunny but very windy Saturday morning. I hope you're all very, very well. So it's Saturday, and that only means one thing, lovelies. It's our next instalment on Winging It Witchcraft. So this morning, while we were out, I thought we'd have a little chat about books and how to obtain them at a cheap price. As we all know, within our path, within our field, books are very, very important to us. They are a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge. They are great for reference, and they're something that you can come back to time and time again. So yeah, not only do we have fiction, we have non-fiction, we have reference, and we have autobiographies and biographies. So books for us are, well, for me anyway, are very important. But sometimes trying to get a book can be a little expensive. So I thought we'd have a quick look at the best ways to obtain your pagan, Wiccan, witchcraft, spells, meditation, yoga books, whatever it is you care, how to get them reasonably priced. So we're in the high street, and the first place I would more than likely think of going is the library. Don't laugh, lovely, stick with me. Most towns and cities have a library, and most libraries have a spiritual section. Doesn't matter how big or how small, they have a spiritual section. You may not be able to get full witchcraft books, but you'll probably get the history of witches, pagans. You'll pick up crystals, oils, meditation, yoga books, things like that. So if you've not got a library card, hop on down to your local library, join, get yourself a library card, and peruse, there's a good word, peruse their spiritual section and see what you can pick up. Our next port of call along the high street, lovelies, is my most favourite place in the whole wide world, and I don't want to do bang on about it. It's the Works. It's a fab little shop, and they are quite known for their books along with their stationery, and they do have quite a good spiritual section. But however, you do need to sort of time it right, because they'll have a time where they will get really good spiritual books, and then they'll wait till they run out of everything before they buy again. I'm always picking up books from there, and I've had books for as little as £2, and when they're on the sale, 50p each. So yeah, I would go down to the Works and have a look. There's always plenty of stuff down there for you to pick up. Our next port of call would be the charity shops. Charity shops, great place. As you've seen in my past videos, fantastic place for picking stuff up. They do have books. They do have a book section. They are mostly fiction, but you know, if you're ready, if you're prepared to browse, you will find the odd crystal, meditation, yoga type books. So yeah, for as little as 50p, so silly money. So yes, try your local charity shops. If you have a if you have a metaphysical shop, they're always a good source to look for books. My local metaphysical shop, the Cottage, has a pre-loved section at the back of the shop where people donate the books that they don't read anymore. And she does them at £2 a book. Don't matter what size it is, what shape it is, she'll do it at £2 a book. So yeah, if you know, have a look. You might spot something you like. Also, when you're out doing your weekly shop lovelies and you're in somewhere like Sainsbury's or Asda or Morrison's or Tesco's, and the bigger shops, they usually have a section, a book section, along with the stationery and the kids' toys. They usually have books up there, so have a look, because there's plenty of fiction, but you know, they also do, you know, things like cookery books and stuff like that. So have a look and see if they have a little spiritual section. You might be able to pick up something up there. I wouldn't say it's a book on the cheap, but it'd probably be cheaper than going to somewhere like Waterstones. You know what I mean, lovelies. Now, also, I'm just going to throw this one in here, because this is always a good staple for anything witchy and witchcraft on the cheap. School fairs, church fetes, jumble sales, tabletop sales, car boot sales, autumn fairs, summer fairs, spring fairs, PTA groups, whatever. If your local area is having one of these events, drag yourself along, have a rummage. I'll guarantee you will find something in there that you're probably looking for or not looking for, and think, oh, that's good, I'll have that. Again, silly prices. It's always worth a look-see. There's nothing wrong with a pre-loved book, believe me. So yes, if you've got a local event like that going on within your community, pop down, have a mooch. I guarantee you, a pound to a pinch of salt, you'll find something. So then I thought, well, the internet's always a good place for a mooch. Going back to the works, yes, they have a web page. They have a Facebook group and they have a web page. Their web page tends to have a little more spiritual books in than the shops do stock. So go and jump on there, have a look, see what they've got. If you want it delivered, you'll have to pay a P&P. If not, they do click and collect, which is always worth knowing. Then I thought eBay. eBay's always a good bet. There's always somebody somewhere selling off the books that they don't want. So, you know, have a look on eBay. If you're not looking for anything in particular, just type in spiritual books and see what you come up with, and just have a look. You know, if you fancy 5 minutes to kill, have a look. You might find something you're looking for. Again, you'll have to pay P&P, but if you're lucky, sometimes they don't charge it. You just have to pay the price of the book. Amazon, yes and no, it depends. Some of their books, new books, can be a little overpriced, but sometimes if you're lucky, somebody somewhere will be selling a pre-loved one, so probably half the price. So it's always worth a look on Amazon to see if you can find any pre-loved spiritual books, and then see if you can pick one up at a cheap price. Trying to think where else. Just generally browse the internet. Just type in pre-loved spiritual books and see what you come up with, and it's always worth a look. And also, this one's just popped into my head and I thought, ooh, also, if you've got a group of friends or family that are on the spiritual path, why don't you all get together and have a little book swapping party? You know, you can have you know, some nibbles, some alcohol, bring your books down you want to swap, and have a book swapping party. Same as if you're within a spiritual group, a coven. If they don't have one, suggest it. Suggest either we have a little bookcase somewhere that we can keep our books, you know, for if you don't want them, drop them off, and pick them and swap them for something else, or have a little book swapping party within your spiritual group, your coven, whatever, and see what people want to get rid of. It's always a good idea, a swap for a swap. So lovelies, that is a quick look at how to get your spiritual books on the cheap. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and thank you for coming on our little walk and a ramble. And from me and Miss Lou, who's, oh, hello Miss Lou. From me and Miss Lou, we're wishing you all a very blessed Saturday. Look after yourselves, lovelies. Please be kind to one another. You don't know what that person's going through. And as always, sending you much love and many blessings.